All right, here we go. So, today, here's something that's going to be interesting to see. So, today, what's up, Kate? Kate. Kate. That's a few streams in a row. So, this afternoon, my cat knocked my palette off, and what I want to see is if the glass has held. Oh, wow. And look at this. Although all the colors are all over the place, the glass has managed to stay sturdy and there's no cracks or anything on my palette, which means it survived.
Yay.
So, absolutely perfect. Fantastic. This is good news. Very good news, people. And what I need to do is, one thing I said I wanted to do was I wanted to move my palette to the other side here. Because as I was watching this live stream, as I was watching my streams, I also noticed that I kept passing in front of the camera. So, I want to move my canvas to the other side or my palette to the other side so that I can actually work it. Your cat's laying on you? Great, Kate. Look at that. What is better than a cat laying on you? Two cats laying on you. Isn't that right?
Scott was asleep when I was home.
Yeah? No, I mean, he probably was sleeping. Maybe. And here we go now. Let's go. Let's try and find. Some nice purples to go onto here. So we're going to go find some nice purples. And let's see, where can we create some nice purples? I'm going to go, let's see what kind of purple this is. That's a very deep purple. What should we do? I'm gonna go like this. We can actually make this a little bit darker here. We'll go the darker purple. Welcome, it's Friday night. We're gonna paint like mad. It's Friday. Who paints on a Friday night? Nobody. Nobody paints on Friday nights. Painting is for kids. And let's go like this. And we're just going to go. We're going to go up in here, add some creases right here. Add some creases right there. Start to build up some more shadows. Getting used to this new location for my thing right here. Let's go go. So just filling in some with some dark shadows right here. Cat Power, what's up? All the cat lovers are back. Got all our cat loving fans. This is gonna be a hit with the cat lovers if I ever finish this. Who knows? I might never finish this. This might be my forever painting. I think every artist needs a painting that's gonna take them forever, that they're like, I don't know if I'll ever be done with this. So let's see. What we need is a couple creases right here. Let's see that. This is gonna come back, and I think I want the elbow to be right around there. Therefore, we're gonna have and then I think the elbow is going to be back. The elbow needs to be right around here. I think that'll be about a good place for the elbow. It's right around here. Now let's see where else. I think right into here we're going to put some shadow going around his body here. Just cuz. Pookie, what are you doing, crazy girl? It's my cat. She just jumped from the table here. And let's see. All right, let's go. I'm gonna do a little crevice into here, a little opening, and we're gonna have a couple little necklines coming across here. Another little fold. Let's see how this fold works. A little triangle of a fold right here. And then let's go like this. Now see this area back here, we could probably go pretty dark purple. I just got to remember that we're going for purple. We're going for this purple and not necessarily all this black. So I do want this area to be a bit of a darker purple here. Like a nice deep rich deep purple. You know, supposedly back in the day, historically, only royalty could wear a color like purple. I mean, obviously, we all know about red, right? Like, red's like the color of royalty, but do I have it tomorrow? What alarm? Yes, someone's cooking stuff in a microwave. So, supposedly, a long time ago, only royalty could actually wear red. I mean, black or purple. So, this is a gown, and this needs to come around here. Let's see how we can make this feel more like there's folds. I want to start to bring in some more folds here. Let's see. Oh, right. We need some stuff like right here. Let's see. This is going to come around. Yo, Amit, round two. Man, Amit, I know that you got a busy day. Did you get any painting done today? Did you get that artwork? Did you get it in? Did you get the art? Fantastic artwork in. So this is definitely gonna come down. We're gonna come down. And we're gonna actually, you know what? Let's try to find some shadow. I don't want it to be too deep of a shadow. All right, let's just go in here. We're gonna find. Just a nice subtle shadow. So even I'm curious. Even I'm curious how this will end up in the long term. Let's see. We're here. Got these. We got some nice folds there. All right. This needs to come around. We're gonna have another fold right there, and then we're gonna have a nice little extra fold right there. And let's see. We're gonna do a. This needs to be a master fold underneath. There's one. We're gonna do a little triangle fold coming around the wrist here, the arm. Now let's bring this down so I can work on the head a little bit. That's one thing that's great about this easel. All right, and here we go. So starting to add some more shape to this. What's my favorite band? Kate, what's your favorite band? Kate, share. How about let's do this. I share a lot of things. Kate, tell us 10 fun facts. Tell us 10 fun facts about Kate. I think the world wants to know more about Kate. All right, let's hear more fun facts about Kate. I've got enough info about me on the internet. Got plenty of info on me on the internet. Let's hear what Kate has to say. Let's go. We'll find some gray purple highlights right around here. T-Mobile is getting a free marketing promo. Dutch Caster. Whoa, we got a new subscription. New subscriber. What's up? That's my double high five. You want to know something? Here's a fun fact. This is my favorite emoji. My favorite emoji is the double high five. So if you want to know a fun fact about me, that's it. There's a fun fact. That is my favorite emoji. I use it way too often. You know, some people use little kissy face emojis too much. Some people use, you know, the rolling, the crying, laughing emoji too much. I think that's annoying, especially when people are always crying, doing the crying, laughing emoji. Like, very few things are ever that freaking funny. You know, that's like the most annoying emoji to me. If it's overused, obviously, you know, there's a time and place for everything, but I think when people overuse the crying, laughing emoji, it's just like, not everything is that dang funny, all right? But I do overuse the high five emoji. You know, I think I think it reflects my love of teamwork. So we're giving this figure some more shape. All right, let's check out some of the facts by Kate. Kate's sharing some fun facts about herself. That's a little late. I'm having a tough time keeping up the conversation. Brody. Do I remember a Brody? I know a Brody. I know a few Brodies. Surprisingly, I know it's a really rare name, but I do know a Brody or two. So Kate plays volleyball, marching band, flute, piccolo, and LOL is so overdone. You know, LOL is definitely so overdone, but the crying, laughing emoji is the one that just gets me, and I'm like, oh, come on. Like, really, this is the funniest thing you've ever heard, and you're crying, laughing on the floor? That's not happening, okay? Yeah, right. You are definitely not crying, laughing on the floor, all right? Nothing that was said was that hilarious. And if it was, maybe one time, but not everything every like half hour. There's no way that something every half hour was that funny. I was in a group chat for a little while for like a subject, like an actors group chat, and that's what I'm thinking of. There's just one person in that group chat that would just always use that emoji, and I was like, what's wrong? Like, why is everything like the funniest thing that she's ever read? I just don't get it. Not everything is that funny. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go paint into here. I wonder if I should just make this more purple, or whether this white works. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with using LOL, but I do think that there's something annoying if somebody uses the laughing emoji way too much. I mean, not the laughing emoji, the what emoji did I say? The crying laughing emoji. Is that LOL? I feel like that's more than LOL. That's like, yo, that is such a hilarious. That's like the most hilarious thing you've ever heard in your entire life emoji. You did it. FFA. What is FFA? Pablo Mendez. Free for all. Is that what FFA is? I don't know what FFA. I feel like I've lost a lot of the purple. Oh, you know what? I meant to make it look like she was standing. So some of these wrinkles are just very unnecessary. Like this needs to come down. Let me just bring down some of this here. Just gonna paint this in here. Still got a lot more to go, but thanks for enjoying, Kate. Still got so much more to go, but we are doing awesome. We're doing great. So we're using this as like a light source, but once we get around the tail, I don't want to have it this dark. So I do want to grab some purple. Grab a little bit of white, purple. We're just gonna paint into here. Be working on this for a while. Let's see. The dark areas are definitely helping, but I'm gonna need to put quite a lot into these highlights. So this is going to come around. You know what I want to include now? One thing that I'm going to include into here, I'm going to bring some gold. Let's bring some gold into this. And this will really help us to define our space here if I start to add this gold section. So this gold trim is just going to help us to start to add some little details. Just to break up the space. And I'm not making this up. I'm actually taking this idea from someone. William Adolphe Bouguereau is the name of the artist. I think right here, we're going to go across. So we're starting to add some gold trim, which is going to be very helpful. Gold trim right here. Let's see, we can actually add some of this gold trim around the wrist too. But actually, we're going to wrap up here in a few moments. I'm not going to paint for too long tonight. Let's see if we can actually add some highlights right now. I'm trying to build in a couple highlights just to see how we start to create our space, to manage our space on here. So let's see, we're gonna add a little highlight right here. Start to add little bits of gold right here. You can start to see how, the thing that I learned about painting metal is that the trick to painting metal is to not be scared of using like a dark color mixed with a very light color, right? So like, don't be afraid to use like black if you're painting like silver, right? If you're painting something like silver, don't be afraid to use black and then just use like the color white to highlight on top of it. In this case, I'm painting like a gold and, using like a really dark wash, like a really dark gold, but like letting some highlights, using the lighter highlights to build on top of it. So it's still a little funky right now, but we're gonna build this up here. Let's see, right around the hand, we want some of this color, want some of this highlight. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build some of this highlight into the hand here. Right along the top of the hand. And all of this is really going to help it all start to like pop once we start to get into tighter and tighter details. This is a really good shade of the yellow here. I'm just going to fill it in here. To this section. And honestly, we could probably go, let's see, what would be a good color to go into this some of these darker, maybe like a green, like a dark green, or like a muted, I think the dark color really that we already had is actually pretty good. So let's try to bring that in a bit more. Nope. Let's see here. And now we're just creating contrast. So mix between the dark and the bright. John is Dronies. Jonies Ronies. What's up, Jonies Ronies? How's it going? What is Joni's Roni's doing on a Friday night? Like I said, it's a Friday night. And you know what? Let's go. Let's see, what is this color? This is like a green. So maybe we can. All right, we're actually gonna wrap up for tonight, but thank you everybody for being here. Kate, special shout out to Kate for being so consistent, and I hope that y'all get something creative out of this, some sort of creative inspiration, whatever you're looking for. One of the reasons why I want to take a break now is because, I think we've placed a lot of large details as we get towards smaller details, and I want to make sure that I keep up with taking regular breaks to get the best painting possible. I need frequent breaks. So let's go ahead and take the evening. And for those of you that are still here, thanks. But whether you're here in the future or now, take care. See you next time.